first one I wrote in an attempt to try and describe a little bit what my one-to-one work is like. And it says, working with someone across the vast distance, which is an illusion, we connect in mind and heart and spirit. In that connection, miracles are born. With my eyes closed, this is often how they look to me. And the picture is of someone who's sort of a shape, but it's mostly energy.
It's difficult for me to talk about my one-to-one work because it sounds unbelievable, even to me, and I'm the one doing it. And I think that's because it's so beyond what's normal. I mean, I used to joke about it. I used to joke about what I do now. I used to say, I used to talk about it like, these kind of health fairs, natural health fairs, where you got the Jamba Juice person, and you've got the vitamin person, and you've got the shiatsu people shiatsuing people. And I used to say, oh, what would you do if you were an absent healer? Would you just have an empty booth? um, and like my best kind of working explanation for how what I do works is quantum entanglement. So there's this thing in quantum physics where they take two particles and they entangle them, and then they can move one of the particles to the other side of the planet. And if they do something to one of these particles, it happens instantaneously to the other particle. I think that's what I do, but I can do it I can do the entanglement bit at a distance. And the more I do it, the better I get at it, and the more amazing and remarkable the results are. Now, from a spiritual kind of point of view, and I've had this perspective much more so than the quantum entanglement thing. The quantum entanglement thing is a kind of an in-existence explanation for what I do, but it's like in the space for the mystery meditations. Okay, I know I'm jumping around here, but in the space for the mystery meditations, we everybody comes on the Zoom call and we all start to meditate together, and we go into the mystery together. So we start off and we're all in our different countries. In existence, we're all in our different countries, but then we pull back and then we're all beside each other and we can kind of connect. We connect behind the scenes in a way. And that's kind of what I do in my one-to-one work. It's like we talk with the person, I talk with the person, we know what's going on, and then there's a point in the session where they lie down and I begin to work with their system. And to do that, I sort of pull back from existence and I meet them in the mystery. And really the mystery does most of the work. But then I facilitate that, so I can kind of hold that container. And people can do amazing things, like recover from amazing, or their recoveries can be amazing. The insights they get about themselves, the powerful shifts. And that's because it's happening at such a deep level, and then it kind of percolates up into their system. And the more I do it, the more confidence I have in the mystery and how powerful it is to just sort everything out. Because it's, I often think about people getting their ducks in a row, and like when the ducks are all in a row, where all the tumblers in the lock fall in the right place, then the thing opens. It's kind of like that. And the deepest duck is the mystery. Everything comes out of there. So it's like through working in the mystery, then things can kind of change, and that percolates up into the person's system. So I see people for all sorts of different things, like from very physical problems to very deep spiritual problems or disharmonies in their system. And amazing things happen, amazing, profound changes. I've had people go from intense electromagnetic sensitivities, for example, where they had to live in the country and they couldn't, you could be around them with a cell phone kind of thing, to they can go into a city now, they can stay in a place where there's Wi-Fi and everything's fine. I've had people who've been in chronic pain go through to no pain at all. So, yeah, hard for me to talk about because it's kind of miraculous, and I'm quite a practical kind of down-to-earth kind of person, and it sounds a bit strange, but yeah, it's wonderful, and it's kind of a demonstration to myself of how the existence is not as substantial as it looks, and how through focusing on the mystery and working with people in the mystery, that these wonderful, remarkable things happen that I'm so privileged to be part of.